What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be looking at the top 8 lists from the Liverpool Regional Championships that just concluded this past weekend. Actually, we only have 7 of them. I know that people were very excited to see these lists, but they've been posted by the players themselves, not really any corporation site or whatever of that sort. So I just went ahead and found all of the 7 lists that have been published so far, and we're going to look at them each individually. If you guys enjoy the content, obviously like, subscribe, and it kind of show me some love. I really appreciate all the new followers, the new subscribers, everyone we've been getting recently. And we're going to go ahead and look at some of these decks that top aided, and to get you prepared for EUIC, which is coming up in about a month roughly time. I travel in 3 weeks, so we'll look right into that right now. So here we have Robin Schultz's regional winning Urshifu Moltres list. I've already covered this in like a small 3 to 4 minute video where I went a little bit more in depth on what went on there. But it is a list that plays a lot of one-ofs, 22 to be precise, and has a very specific game plan for a lot of things. Now, Robin said that their list was very, very hard to play, but you were able to beat everything in the format. Now, I don't understand how they were able to beat everything in the format, and I know that they have a game plan, so I would love to try to have Robin come on here, but I know Pedro and Robin will probably be doing their own streams or toward and be talking about it on their stream. So please check that out, show them some love, and I know they will be probably breaking it down better than I can, because this is their deck, this is their creativity. This is a crazy, crazy list with, 9 different one-of supporters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different one-of Pokemon here, other than the Inteleons, and just a crazy, crazy list across the board that I think definitely needs some explaining, and I don't think I can do it justice. Then we have Brennan Cameraman. Let me see if I can open this and rotate it or something. I can't. Whatever. We're going to look at it sideways. Brennan got second place with Rapid Strike Malamar. This is an exact replica of Gabe Shumway's top 16 list, I believe, from Salt Lake City. Nothing crazy across the board. A very consistent line for pretty much everything. Just the 4 nets, the 4 ofs down the line across the board. Like a very consistent Rapid Strike Malamar list. This is probably the best budget list that you guys can play in the current standard format, and Brennan was able to take to a second place finish. From onlookers, I was told that game 1, had Brennan not discarded his boss's orders, he would have had that game, but both games 1 and 2 were decided by a Yoga Loop play on Robin's side. So a very interesting list, and then we move on to third place, where we have a Mew VMAX list, and I don't think this one is anything out of the ordinary to speak of. No crystal, just a very standard 4-4, 3 stadiums, so very similar to the list that Natalie used to win her regionals over in Australia, simply replacing one of the Cramomatics with a Rose Tower, it looks like. But besides that, everything else seems to be pretty much standard for the count. A very cool list. Mew is still, in fact, a good deck. People were very shocked after Mew did not top 8 in Salt Lake City, but we saw some Mews here make it. Yes, Mew did not win, but Mew is still the deck to deal with. And then we had in 4th place Alessandro Frenda, who played an Arceus Inteleon deck with a 1-1 Crobat VMAX line. Now this seems a little bit unorthodox, but I really do like that a lot, because you're basically just playing Arceus Inteleon and adding in a grip of this Galarian Moltres and this Crobat VMAX, giving you these 2 options to have as attackers. And you can already see that Alessandro played to get 2 different kinds of energy, Dark and Water, to have access to Aqua Bullet as well. And Melanie over the Raihan. But there's also Melanie and Raihan on this list, which is pretty crazy because I could never find space for all of that. But Alessandro successfully found space for everything. Only playing 2 research, a little bit crazy, I think. But everything else seems pretty standard. The 2 boss, the 1-ofs across the board with the supporters. I really like the Judge in the deck, as well as the Marnie and the Melanie and the Raihan, giving you double options. And the Clara rounds it out, giving you that Galarian Moltres play towards the end game. Only 1 Big Charm and 1 Choice Belt, which I think is completely okay. 2 paths and 1 training court, so having that training court late game gives you that Galarian Moltres out, and the 2 paths early can get you to stick Mew long enough to play the game to get that position, which is why I like that. 3 DTE is a little bit sus, but the 2 captures are pretty cool, so you don't get bricked super hard early, which is something that RCS decks do have a problem with. That early, like turn 1, turn 2, your starts are not always, magical. 4 quick, 3 ultra, and 2 level. I don't know if I super agree with this ball line, but it's fine, I think. But besides that, deck is really cool. Congratulations on top 4. The medal is awesome. Then we have Sanders' control deck. in top 8. Xander always plays something weird, always control related, and this time he went for something called like a Zoro box style build with a 3-3 Chinchino, a 3-2 Zoroark, and 3 Gormandai Snorlax to set up behind those. He was playing a 2-1 Altaria line to have that as a wall. Altaria is a wall to deal with a lot of those Pokemon. A Galarian Weezing is also a wall, so he has 2 different kinds of walls here. The Yveltal Celebrations to discard special energy, the Gorbis, which is Rapid Strike Canceller, I believe, so Rapid Strike Pokemon don't have abilities, the Pyukumuku, which is Pitch and Draw, also very good, just to keep cycling cards, the Manaphy, to prevent like any rapid flows, anything of that nature, the Ribombee, I forgot exactly what it does, so we're going to look it up together. Ribombee TCG. Is this the one? No, this is not the one. I need this one. Tricky Steps 30 and then moves an energy from the active to the bench. Pretty cool. Just annoying. There's the Dusknoir line. The one he goes ahead and plays a 1 middle stage of Dusclops to get the Dusknoir out as quickly as possible. That negates any effect of special energy. So things like Rapid Strike energy, DTE, all those energies become null and void, and then you can get rid of some of the energies with the Yveltal. And then you have 4 level, 2 ultra, 2 quick. A lot of just standard stuff here. The Pod Helmet is interesting as well, I guess. Only 1 Galar Mine, which is a little bit crazy, I think, to stick something in the active. And then you have Flannery to discard pieces as well. 2 bosses, 1 Charons, a Piers, a Peonia, 2 Birdkeeper. And then the end game is just simply using Eldegoss to get the Yell's Cheer into the DTE and then keep going because it just acts as like a VS Seeker. And you can keep playing the game and do damage that way and loop, and you never deck. So that's how you're answer to infinite decking. But I do feel like anything with heavy basic energy could probably do a number on this deck. Or like if you know the list going in, I think this deck won't be able to win necessarily as well. Yeah, I feel like at some point you're going to run out. Like I don't think this deck is concrete for sure, but Sander had a really cool idea coming in, and I respect it. And then we had Joe from Omnipoke, who will have his own YouTube video report up on their channel. Check it out. Joe did go 9-0 on day 1 with Squids, which is crazy. And Joe, played, again, I think either very similar or almost exactly the same list that we saw from Brennan across the board. I think every single card in here is the exact same. This is a very good list. Like, this is a very, very good list, all things considered. So if you guys are considering playing Malamar, this list is very, very strong. And yeah, it looks like it's the exact same list down the line. And Joe also posted his to YouTube 2 days prior to the event, so check out Joe. He's going to play what he says he's going to play. And then finally, we're missing, Chris Volantis' Arceus Bibarel Dark deck, but I'd have to assume it's some sort of a skeleton based on Drew Bennekett's winning deck. And then we had David Rudolph playing Mew VMAX to round out our top 8. David is playing 4 Boss's Orders, which is something that we saw early Mew decks play and then kind of fall off. Only 1 Rope 2 switch, so the switching card is a little bit lower. There's the 4 Tower of Darkness build. Now, the 4 Tower of Darkness build is somewhat considered a meme, and people don't really take it seriously because at some point you're going to use the Tower to draw more cards off of Tower, so you get that extra dig, and stadiums don't actually become dead cards in your hand like they would in other matchups. But it's like not the optimal stadium, I guess. Like Trading Court helps you in one way. Old Cemetery helps you in another. Rose Tower helps you dig a little bit earlier. But the Tower, I guess, is a better card to just go a little bit deeper on your one dig, that one turn that you need to go deep. Also interesting from David's list, he only plays 2 Mew VMAXs, I noticed. Kind of crazy that he's only playing 2 Mew VMAX, because if you prize one, you are playing with fire. You were playing like with fire. And someone told me the other day, it feels like we're getting closer and closer, like where Mew decks are just becoming Meloetta decks. And I think that's more true than ever. As we move forward, like Mew is not the catalyst behind the success for the deck. It is Meloetta. So that being said, that is our top 8 from Liverpool Regionals. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to try and review some more stats, look at some more of the lists later this week. Let me know in the comments below what kind of content you'd like to see throughout this week. I'll be gone on Wednesday onwards, so I'll try to get some stuff done early. Adios, guys.